Pocket English Podcast
from your pocket.
Welcome back to Pocket English Podcast. Today, we are going to build a simulator for the most terrifying moment you can face in an English conversation. Imagine this. You step up to the counter at a busy coffee shop and the barista fires off, "What you want on your drink today, macchiato or latte?" Your mind goes blank. You feel that hot spike of panic in your chest, and your heart beats fast because everyone in line is waiting for you.
I remember moving to London and doing exactly this. I used to just nod, say yes, and end up paying for a massive extra shot coffee I did not even want, just because I was too embarrassed to ask them to repeat it.
Stop pretending to understand. By the end of this episode, you will have 3 natural, polite phrases to slow any native speaker down and get exactly what you want. Let us start by talking about why this happens in the first place. When you are listening to that barista or a cashier or a person on the street, you might think your English is just not good enough. You think you need to study more vocabulary or listen to more podcasts or read more textbooks, but that is actually not true at all.
Exactly. I used to beat myself up over this all the time. I would walk out of a store and think, I know the word for coffee. I know the word for milk. I know the word for size. Why did that sound like an alien language to me? Why did I freeze? It's not your vocabulary that's the problem. The real villain here is something we call connected speech.
Connected speech is what happens when native speakers talk at their normal, everyday speed. We do not say every single word clearly. We push the words together so they sound like one long, giant word. We drop letters, we blend sounds, and we completely ignore the spaces between words.
For example, a textbook will teach you to say, "What do you want on your drink today?" Every word is separate and clear. But a real person in a busy cafe will never say it like that. They will push it all together and say, "What you want?" "What do you?" becomes "whatcha."
Exactly. Or instead of asking, "Do you want a receipt?" they'll mash it together into, "Do you want a receipt?" It sounds like one long sound. So the very first thing you need to do when you feel that panic is to take a deep breath and validate yourself. It is not your listening skills that are broken. It's just connected speech, and it happens to every single learner.
Knowing that takes so much pressure off your shoulders. You do not have to be perfect. You just need a few tools to manage the situation when the connected speech is too fast.
That brings us to your very first save phrase. When that wall of fast English hits you, you're going to smile gently and say, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that."
Wait, catch? Like throwing and catching a baseball? I remember the first time a coworker said that to me. I actually looked around the room to see if I was supposed to be catching something they threw at my head. It was so confusing.
That is such a common and completely natural reaction. In English, when we say we didn't catch something, it means we didn't hear it or we didn't understand it clearly. It's a very soft, polite idiom. It sounds much friendlier and much more natural than saying, "I don't understand."
And notice the little word quite in there. I didn't quite catch that. That word is a magic softener. It tells the speaker, I heard you making noise, I know you were speaking to me, I just missed the exact words. It makes the other person feel like it's just a tiny misunderstanding, rather than a total breakdown in communication.
Let's practice this phrase together right now. I want you to focus on the rhythm. The stress goes on the word catch. "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that." Try saying it out loud wherever you are right now. "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that."
It feels really good to say it that way. It gives you control of the conversation without sounding defensive. And because it's an idiom, native speakers hear it and instantly respect your English level. They will naturally slow down and repeat themselves more clearly.
Let's move on to the second phrase. This one is my absolute favorite because it uses a brilliant psychological trick. You're going to say, "Sorry, it's a bit loud in here. What was that?"
Oh, I love this one so much. When I first started practicing speaking in real-world environments, I used it every single day. The trick here is that you're not blaming your English skills for the misunderstanding. You're blaming the environment. You're blaming the loud coffee machine or the music playing in the store or the traffic outside on the street.
Exactly right. It removes all the pressure from you. By blaming the noise, you save face. The native speaker immediately thinks, oh, my mistake. I should speak louder and clearer because this cafe is so noisy. They don't think about your English at all.
If you're enjoying these real-life survival tricks and want to feel completely confident in any English conversation, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. We make these lessons so you never have to feel stuck or embarrassed again.
Now, let us break down how to say this second phrase. Sorry, it is a bit loud in here. What was that? The key here is your intonation on the final question. Intonation is the music of your voice. You want your pitch to go up at the very end of the sentence to show that you are asking a friendly question.
Right. If your voice goes down, it sounds a little angry. If you say, "What was that?" with a low voice, you sound like you want to start an argument. But if your voice goes up lightly, "What was that?" you sound friendly and helpful. Let us practice the full phrase. I want you to really push your voice up at the end. Repeat after me. Sorry, it is a bit loud in here. What was that?
Try it one more time and pretend you are pointing to your ear to show that you cannot hear well. Sorry, it is a bit loud in here. What was that?
Perfect. That physical gesture of pointing to your ear also helps the native speaker understand instantly that they need to adjust their volume and their speed. It is a complete communication strategy.
Sometimes, though, you need to be a little bit more direct. Sometimes you use the first phrase and the person repeats themselves, but they are still speaking way too fast. What is our third phrase for that situation?
The third phrase is incredibly useful. You simply say, "Could you say that one more time, please?"
This is so much better than the alternative. I hear a lot of English learners just say, repeat, please. And I completely understand why. It makes sense grammatically. But to a native speaker, repeat, please, always sounds a little bit like a command. It sounds like a strict teacher giving an order to a student. It can accidentally create a very cold atmosphere.
That is exactly why we use the grammar structure, could you. Starting a sentence with could you is the ultimate way to make a gentle, polite request in English. It softens the entire sentence. Could you say that one more time?
It is also a great opportunity to practice linking your words. When native speakers say, could you, we usually blend the duh and the you together. It sounds almost like a j sound. Could you? Could you say that one more time, please?
Let us try practicing that blended sound right now. Repeat after me, focusing on making that soft j sound. Could you say that one more time, please?
Let us try it again, keeping your voice calm and steady. Could you say that one more time, please?
Excellent. You now have 3 incredibly powerful phrases. You have the apologetic ask, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that." Or you have the environment excuse, "Sorry, it's a bit loud in here. What was that?" And you have the direct slowdown. "Could you say that one more time, please?"
Knowing these phrases in your head is great, but speaking them when you are under pressure is completely different. We have reached the most important part of the episode. It is time for the simulator.
We're going to put you under a little bit of pressure right now so you can practice using these phrases in real time. Jack is going to play the role of a fast-talking native speaker. He will ask you a question very quickly using a lot of connected speech.
As soon as I finish speaking, you will have 3 seconds of silence to answer me out loud. I want you to physically speak to your screen or your phone or wherever you are listening. Use one of the 3 phrases we just learned to slow me down. Do not just think the answer. You have to say it out loud to build that muscle memory.
Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Here is scenario number 1. You're at the movie theater buying some popcorn. The worker behind the counter looks at you and speaks. "Do you want any better on site today?"
Answer him now. Good. You could have said, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Or, could you say that one more time, please? Let's try another one. This time you are at a crowded restaurant. The waiter walks up to your table with a notepad.
Are you ready to order your food or need a few more minutes?
Speak your phrase out loud now. Great job! For that one, the environment excuse works perfectly. Sorry, it's a bit loud in here. What was that? Let us do one final scenario. You're at the airport check-in desk. You hand the agent your passport and she types on her computer before looking up at you.
Did you pack these bags yourself or did anyone touch them?
Use your save phrase now. Fantastic! Could you say that one more time, please? That is exactly how you handle the pressure. You did a fantastic job today. You now have the tools to take control of any fast conversation, no matter where you are or who you are talking to. Have you ever pretended to understand someone because they spoke too fast? What happened? Tell us your story in the comments below.
The next time you watch an English YouTube video or a movie, try pausing it and using one of these phrases out loud when the actors speak too fast. It's a great way to practice.
Keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.